Hello all, welcome back once again to another interesting episode under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav story series by Momish Dominance. Today I'm going to introduce you to a person who is the key architect of the modern India. If you want how to describe about him, you can call him an educationist, you can call him a doctor, you can call him a politician or a social activist, philanthropist. The hats which he wore during his time are so innumerable that it takes really around some time to take one after the other and describe about his work and effort in that particular area. He is none other than Bidhan Chandra Roy, or fondly called as BC Roy. He is the ex Chief Minister of West Bengal and also a people's doctor. He was born in 1882 to a noble couple called Prakash Chandra Rai and Kamini Devi, who are philanthropists and social activists by nature itself. Or they used to help anybody who comes in need to their doorstep. And in fact, they used to sometimes go out of their way to help the people who are in need. And the Vidhan Chandra Rai is actually one of the five children which this couple had. He's the youngest of all, and but still for all these five kids, they have taught only one principle saying, don't say I can't do it, never accept the defeat, whatever the odds. It was in fact written in bold letters on one of their walls in their house, which these kids used to see regularly, I mean almost daily, and they started modeling their lives based on this saying. That is the reason why we could see that dedication, that urge to fight back, not accepting defeat, and these kind of characteristics in Vidhan. Vidhan has completed his degree from the Presidency College in mathematics. But after that, he felt like he needs to get into do some other course, and that is the reason why he has joined the Calcutta Medical College to complete his medicine degree. At that point of time, Colonel Marcus was the principal of Calcutta Medical College, and with his mentoring, Vidhan understood what it takes for a person to sacrifice to support the needs of the poor people. He understood the spirit of actually the sacrificing service to the common man. With that, he changed the motto of his life as the a heart that never hardens, a temper that never tires, a touch that never hurts. So all along, he wanted to be a person who can be easily approachable for by all the people, irrespective of their caste, creed, or the economical status. But still, he is a student at that point of time, right? So, as a student, it's his duty to study. So he has kept studies as his first priority. Though his heart was pulling him to join the politics during the Bengal partition time, he never went there because he wanted to study and be a good doctor so that he can really help people. That is the reason why he has set his goals of to complete his post graduation from Bartholomew Medical College in London. And we all know Bartholomew Medical College is a college is alumni for most of the prestigious medical doctors like Harvey and all. So when Bidhan Chandra Rai has gone to Boards for getting admission. The then Dean, Dr. Shore, has denied him the admission with the only one reason saying he's an Asian. And Bidhan is one person who never accepts the defeat, right? We saw that saying which his parents had taught him. So he stayed in London even after hearing no for the first time. For the next 30 days, he continuously went and met the dean and asking him to take a test of his knowledge so that he can actually secure an admission into Bartholomew College. Finally, after 30 days, the dean had to relent in and give admission to Bidhan Chandra Rai. And honestly, after giving admission, there was never a time or a date when Dean has regretted his decision. Vidhan has completed both MRCP, that is Masters of for Physicians, and FRCS for the surgeons, both the masters at the same time in a very short span of time. And while he was passing out, people recount that Dr. Shore has mentioned to Vidhan saying like today in not just to Bidhan in a room, but in front of the entire public audience, saying that today I recollect this first scene when I met you, that I had denied you this admission with so much of shame. From today onwards, after judging your capability and your hard work and dedication, I promise you that from today onwards, whosoever comes from India seeking admission in Bathmelo College will be given admission provided you give me a letter in writing recommending this person, that person's name. That was the point blank, promise which Dr. Shore has given it to Bidhan Chandra Roy, which itself shows how much Bidhan has impressed their dean. And people like Dr. Shore will not get so impressed so easily, isn't it? It shows his dedication, hard work, and his sincerity in the studies. After completing his post graduation, he returned back and started a hospital and started working with the patients. At this point of time, he really understood the painful points of the poor people, common people who don't have access to public health care, and there is nobody who can really actually listen to their problems and stuff like that. Seeing all these things, he started actually participating in politics as well as social work. He actually opened a school of nursing and social work to train the ladies under his guidance about all these things. Because of his role in politics, he started getting associated closely with Gandhiji and Nehru. The first, there is one of his funny instances which people, his autobiographers recollect, is that it was in year 1933 when Gandhiji has gone on a 21-day fasting, and he was not taking any sip of water or lemon juice, and he was really steadfast on his hunger strike. So then Vidhan Chandra Rai was called to check up to do the medical examination for Gandhiji. And when Vidhan Chandra Rai had entered Gandhiji's room and asked him how is his health and all, he said he is not going to let Vidhan Chandra Rai Gandhiji said he will not let Vidhan Chandra Rai examine him nor give him any medical medicines, because there are so many crores of people in India who are in need of medicine, but they are not getting any free medicine. So why should Gandhiji alone get the free medicine? For that, Bidhan Chandra Rai replied saying like he's come here not to treat Bapuji or not to treat Mahatma Gandhi. There was a pin drop silence in the room. Lots of Gandhiji's followers were standing in that room to see how Bidhan Chandra Rai is treating Gandhiji and how he is going to talk to Gandhiji. Even Gandhiji got surprised and looked at Bidhan Chandra Rai because he never expected this kind of answer. After a brief pause, Bidhan Chandra Rai responded saying that I came here to treat a person on whom these four crore people are having belief that he can secure freedom for them. Gandhiji just gave a small smile and said, you are talking like a lawyer in a courtroom. But should I get convinced with your argument? Then Bidhan Chandra Rai replied back saying, it's up to you, Bapuji, whether you want to basically, pull down all the hopes of all the Indians as you are by doing this hunger strike, or you are going to get treated by me. Gandhiji has finally agreed. After this incident, the trust in Vidhananda Rai's medical skills or the proficiency in medicine has improved in all the Congress leaders. All the well-known Congress leaders like Nehruji, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, even Subhash Chandra Bose, everybody was consulting him for any small diseases or anything of that sort. They were actually asking him for his final opinion before they commence any treatment. As he started getting name and fame with his association with the top leaders in the politics and his social work, people started coming to him for most of the problems. In fact, he was elected as the mayor of Calcutta, as most of the local political leaders were pushing him to be the mayor. As once he After he became the mayor of the Calcutta, he started working on the development of the Calcutta metro. Now it's called metro, but the Calcutta city at that point of time. He started working on the betterment of the tramways, the public path, footpaths, and all the stuff. And incidentally, at the same time, he was also selected as the vice chancellor of Calcutta University, and because he was was the president of the National Education Council. And not only that, he has established the first time the Indian Medical Association, because he knew that it's always good for doctors to sit down and discuss common cases or the unique cases, so that people across the country will be aware of the unique and different cases, so that they can approach that particular respective doctor for the treatment of their patient in case if the situation arises. So he felt that having a doctors union is always beneficial for the patients in the long run. And he has also established the Institute of Mental Health, because he understood that people mental health is also equally important as well as the physical health. And he has also worked as I told you, right? He has also worked as a mayor of the Calcutta city. So there are so many roles that he was playing from the 1928 till 19 prior to independence, that it keeps. I mean, we need to spend a lot more time recounting each and every role. But I'm talking to you about the important roles, because these are the few roles which help him to reach where he is. And it is the time when India got independence, and post-independence, we all know that Calcutta was burning with communal riots. There was a huge influx of migrants from the current Bangladesh into Calcutta, and Calcutta was getting divided based on the religion, especially at that point of time. And here, Bidhan Chandra Roy thought that now that the freedom struggle is over, let me concentrate on my profession and help the people in need. He was trying to get kind of move into retirement phase and settle down in his profession in a calm manner. But fate had other plans for him. Gandhiji, once when he went to check up, do a regular checkup to Gandhiji and his fellow leaders like Rajaji and everybody has mentioned to him that he should be taking the post as a chief minister of current Bengal. But Bidhan Chandra Roy was not so willing, because he felt that he is not a really suitable person to handle this big post. That is what you can call a humility, because we have seen already how Bidhan Chandra Roy was handling various posts, various establishments, handling multiple duties at the same time in a very adept manner. And so, but Gandhiji forced him literally and made him the chief minister of Calcutta. He has sworn in as the second chief minister of Calcutta under the and this is the oath taking ceremony from wherein he was taking the oath from C. Rajagopalachari. And that just before 1948, before he took the oath, there was a council formed under Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's supervision, which was talking about the need for establishing higher educational institutions, which will drive the modern India into industrial revolution. And that is when, as the president of NEC, National Education Council, Bidhan Chandra Rai said that one of all these higher education institutions should spread across the four corners of India, that is north, east, north, south, east, and west. And he said that in east, West Bengal is a much, desired state, because it already has so many industries, mines, and everything in place. So it will form a good suitable ground for the future engineers to actually get hands-on experience in the industries that are already running in Bengal, West Bengal, as well as the coal mines and stuff like that. So, with his force, the IIT Kharagpur has become the first IIT to be established in India, and it has started in 1951 with Bidhan Chandra Rai as the executive council member. Uh, After taking over as the chief minister of Calcutta, I mean West Bengal, I already mentioned that it was a communal town state at that point of time, right? Within 3 years, Calcutta, I mean West Bengal has become a most peaceful state of the entire India, because of the policies, because of the strategies which Vidhan Chandra Rai has used in mitigating all the communal flare-ups. He was always looking at the common public as a person, not as a party based worker, or based on the religion. So when whoever it be the either the Muslims or Hindus or Congress people or the opposition people or people of some other caste can approach him and ask him for solutions. When he with this mindset, when he's entering, going to the people and trying to address their problems, most of the problems were getting addressed immediately. I mean, he was able to give the solutions also immediately because he's tapping the human emotions point, not the problem. Problems will come only when your emotions are getting disturbed in one way or the other, whether it be your anxiety, be it be your hope, be it be your selfishness, what jealousy, whatever may be the emotion. Once you can understand the human emotion that is underlying behind the problem, it's easy to solve the problem. That is what his belief is, and that is why he's called as a person who can judge the pulse of the people by seeing their face, not only from the physician point of view but also as a politician's point of view. In fact, there is this funny incident which people recount, is that once an opposition party lady has come to him with a request for granting freedom fighters house, because at that elements and I mean, getting the freedom fighters quarters, at that point of time she belongs to the opposition party, communist party or whatever party, we don't know. And then the secretaries and other people in Bidhan, in his room, advised him after this lady left from his room, saying that she belongs to the opposition party, so don't consider her request. For this, Bidhan Chandra Roy replied back saying, I don't know whether to which party she belongs to. For me, as long as I'm sitting in this chair, a party doesn't matter to me. I am the CM of this state, and I need to address problems of each and every person. In fact, people, his secretaries and his government officials always mention that Bidhan Chandra Roy was so particular about the different statements which the chief minister's office has to issue, different orders, the different affidavits which people have to publish every time. Being a person who has studied in UK, he's very particular about English, and he used to actually sit down and correct the grammatical errors in the draft which the Indian ICS officers, the Indian civil services officers have sent to him. So after a certain point of time, people started to send him, tell him that this draft has to be formed, and we are not very confident about the grammatical way in which he has to be written. And Vidhan Chandra Rai used to actually help them learn grammar in a quick way. That this shows the humanitarian angle to Bidhan Chandra Rai, who wants everybody to flourish, not only just him. He was helping everybody with his skills, knowledge in whatever way that can happen. And under his rule, the West Bengal as a state started getting developed, as he started concentrating on most of the public amenities like health, then these public distribution systems like the way people issue rice, pulses, wheat, and everything to the common folks. He started putting in systems in place. Not only that, he felt that because there's so many mines that are already located in West Bengal, once when he went on a casual visit to a mine, he saw the deplorable conditions of the coal mines, and he immediately felt that no, this cannot go forward in future. These people also should live like how we common folks are living in towns and cities. So he has gone to visit Holland, USA, and other places where coal mining is happening to understand the circumstances of the miners, how they are living, what they are doing. Because he felt that the way miners are working in the deep down wells is quite risky affair, and the well can, close down at any point of time because of the instability in the way the wells are getting dug. So he went and met the engineers. He had gone down personally couple of mines in Holland as well as in USA to understand how they were getting dug, what are the safety conditions, what are how the things are progressing there. And he came back and he has told his officials to change the working conditions, to change the safety protocols, to improve the salary parts for all these miners, because that they are the backbone which cannot be seen by any person. But coal is a backbone for India, for any country, because it with its help only people can generate electricity. We can run the trains. We can do everything. Such is his futuristic thought that he was helping people from all segments, irrespective of their field, be it agriculture, mining, common people, everywhere. And no wonder, considering his contribution in all the fields, Bidhan Chandra Roy was nominated for Bharat Ratna, and he was conferred Bharat Ratna award by Babu Rajendra Prasad in year 1961. After giving this award, Babu Rajendra Prasad mentioned in the next interview to the reporter saying, Bidhan Chandra Roy is a living legend, not a legend, rather a textbook for the youth, not only in 1960s, but even for the future generations, because there is so much that one can learn from his dedication, from his hard work, from the way he shaped his life based on the motors which he's used, everything. Everything. And I think we need to really remember Babu Raj Prasad ji's words and learn more life lessons from Bidhan Chandra Roy's life. He has passed away on July 1st, 1962. Incidentally, July 1st is his birthday as well. He is one of the very few people who has passed away on the calendar date of his birthday. And why on that day also actually he's got up early. I mean every day he dedicates couple of 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening to see the patients. Even while he was working as a chief minister, in a similar way, as soon as he got up, he received the guests who came to wish him on his birthday. He then attended to the patients in his hospital. Then started taking, took care of the official duties as chief minister, and he came back home for lunch. After which he has passed away somewhere in the afternoon. So, but he has very clearly mentioned that the house in which he is residing, you can see it in the photo here, should be given as a nursing home for all the women, to treat all women and elderly people who are in need at a free of cost. He has donated all the money which he has earned throughout his life for philanthropic causes, and he remained as a bachelor so that he can devote most of his time in the social work and he need not have to spend time with the family. What a noble thought, isn't it, my dear friends? That's all is the story for today. I hope you liked it. No wonder we need to recognize him as the true modern architect of India. And there's so much life lessons that we need to learn from him about the dedication, hard work, and the social work. I hope you liked the story for today. Let's meet tomorrow with more interesting stories. Till then, bye bye.